There's a lot of flags out there that aren't so crash hot. Take the flag of Alaska, for instance. You can't even make out what this constellation is supposed to be. We need to see more of the stars and the lines showing what they represent. There, see? All fixed. You're welcome, Alaska.
Coming to you from beautiful downtown Fortitude Valley, it's the Harry Gold Show, with your host, Harry Gold.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the program. 4 years and 18 million views ago, Jax Films put out a video where he fixed countries' flags. But the comments section overflowed with unfulfilled requests for more. I nobly took it upon myself to rip Jack off and make my own flag fixing video, dedicated to answering those comments that Jack had so callously ignored. But now, Jack's gone and released a sequel. Clearly he saw how well my video did and was desperate to get in on some of that sweet, sweet watch time. Jackie Boys forced my hand, so in a desperate bid to stay relevant, and cream off some of his viewers in the process, I must continue altruistically fixing the flags that his commenters requested. Does it count as audience interaction if it's somebody else's audience?
People keep ripping off Jax Films' ideas, and I won't be the last one with this episode of
Yesterday, give or take a few weeks, he asked you to let him fix more of your country's flags. Fix the Alabama flag. Well, this is very much like a flag that Jack already fixed, so it should probably be fixed in the Jax Films way. Now, I'm not Jack, but...
Let's get started. It's a big old X and it doesn't look very inviting, so what I would do is I would turn that X into a big old check mark. You know, come on in, you check, you got it. Boom, fixed your flag.
Fix the Macedonian flag, please. Oh, well, a lot of flags use suns, so I think we could rearrange this into something more interesting, more eye-catching, more distracting. Flag fixed. I wanted the Assyrian flag to be in here. No offense, friend, but that might have been a touch optimistic. The Assyrian flag, for those who don't know, is not for a country, but rather represents the Assyrian people. It makes me think of two things, toothpaste and energy beans. So I'll do both. Throw in a Colgate, add some Godzilla bits. Now he's firing off a teeth-whitening laser blast. Fixed. Bhutan flag. You know what that uncolored dragon looks like to me? An adult coloring book. So let's fill it with some hippie van line art and take some time to unwind and color it in. Flag fixed. We need a better Central African Republic flag. Yeah, this ain't great, but you know what else comes in this color scheme? Slide some of these pieces around and suddenly you've got everyone's favorite Playboy pinup model. Yes, that happened. And we let it happen. You're welcome, CAR. Fix the
Lesotho or Lesotho
flag. So that thing in the middle is a kind of hat, and I'm all about hats. But I think this could be more hat inclusive. Just keep adding them and adding them, then top it off with the Hat of Champions. Fixed. Fix Finnish flag.
Finland!
Fix the Ghana flag. So what I'd do here is I'd make this star white instead of black, and then I'd lay down some black stripes behind it. Then I'd color the whole background white and finally throw in one of these. Can you guess why? All together now. It's because he's...
Never gonna give you up!
Flag fixed. Fix the Tennessee flag. I quite like this flag actually, so it doesn't need much. Just move this here, double it, and it's Hamtaro time. Fix the Jolly Rogers flag. That's thinking outside the box, I like it. So this flag is pretty uninviting. I mean, how are you supposed to loot and plunder people if they don't want to come anywhere near you? I think we want to put some hair and glasses on that skull. Try and make him look more personable. Maybe put some meat on those bones too. Now there's a flag everyone will want a piece of. Flag fixed. Maltese flag. No time for pleasantries, I see. Well, that icon in the corner looks an awful lot like a D-pad to me. So we'll narrow that white area and lay down a few buttons, and bam! That's a Wiimote. Now I do kind of like it as it is, but let's fill in some of that empty space. Throw in a TV, jam that remote into it, and there! Somebody didn't put the strap on like the little safety message said to. It's another flag taken care of. Sad you didn't attempt the Milwaukee flag. Oh, what a mess. This is what flag designed by committee looks like. Worst of all, there's another flag inside this flag. But there's a Native American in there, and I don't think that's allowed anymore, so we'll change this to hashtag cancel Milwaukee, hashtag Milwaukee is over party, and then some more assorted hashtags just for fun. Yep, this flag is trending. Fix New South Wales flag, Australia. That circle reminds me of the holy hand grenade from Worms World Party. Any of you ever play that game? It was a hoot. Anyway, yeah, flag fixed. Fixed the Confederate flag. Oh, you did? Well, I'm glad to hear it, because I'm not touching that. Fixed, apparently. Fixed the Guam flag. Guam's flag kind of looks like an old-fashioned travel poster, so I guess we need to update it. This emoji stuff is something you kids are into, right? Yeah, fixed. Fix Sodor's flag. Fix the Sodor flag. Sodor? Isn't that the thing from... Yeah, let me look something up on my phone real quick. Sodor's the island from Thomas the Tank Engine. Of all the fictional flags to get multiple requests, nothing from Game of Thrones or Star Wars or The Simpsons. Sodor? Okay, have it your way. So, obviously this should have Thomas in it, but flags with a white stripe through the middle always look like laser beams to me. So a very useful engine should be using his laser eyes to blow up the hideous new CGI Thomas and friends. I mean, have you seen what Sir Topham Hatt, aka the Fat Controller, looks like these days? It's disgusting. Flag fixed. Fix the Estonia flag. See, what these colors say to me is, oh, fixed. Fix the American flag.
I'm just gonna add two dudes sneezing at each other, because that's kind of where we are right now.
Come on now, Jack. For one thing, that'll be dated in no time, I hope. But more importantly, it's a downer. We need something fun and uplifting. So I'll add a connect the dots puzzle here, divide up the stripes into a grid, sprinkle some snakes and some ladders liberally, and ta-da! Now it doubles as one of those activity sheets you give kids in restaurants to keep them distracted and make everyone else's evening bearable. Flag fixed. Fix the Vietnam flag. Well, it is a little plain, so we'll give it some eyes. Maybe over here we'll put a player who got greedy and tried to go for the invincibility star when it wasn't safe. Now you'll have to start the level all over again. Fixed. Can you do Washington? Because it's my state in the US, and... You're keeping everyone waiting? Well, George Washington is great and all, but he's kinda old hat. We need a more up-to-date Washington, like Denzel. Yeah, fixed your flag. Yemen. Is a please too much to ask for? Well, colored bars are boring, but you know what else is black, white, and red all over? A newspaper. Other acceptable answers are homicidal penguin and sunburnt nun. And finally, in regards to the white surrender flag that Jack fixed in his latest video, am I the only one that thought he would make the surrender flag the French flag? I'ma be honest, he should have turned the surrender flag into the French flag. Missed a great opportunity to make the surrender flag. Should have turned the surrender flag to surrender flag he fixed. Genuinely thought for the surrender flag. No, just make the French flag. Add a red and a blue thirds. Wait a minute, should have turned the surrender flag into the French flag. Just the French flag. Fixed the surrender flag. You should have made the surrender flag, not making the French flag. Not gonna lie, I was waiting on the surrender flag into a French flag. Let's play a game. I'll draw someone famous, and the first 3 people to guess who it is in the comments get a shout out next episode when I tell you the answer. If your guess last time was the man whose smile is more unsettling than his books, Stephen King, then you were absolutely correct. With brutalist minimalism, the alliterative Sam Sexton got there first. Luke Goss answered in the form of a pun, rendered acceptable by its inherent flattery, clinching second. And Danny Nolan rises to the occasion, third in the trilogy. Thanks for playing, everyone. In a strange sort of way, structurally today's subject is not dissimilar to Stephen King. Both exhibit a small, upturned, nostril-heavy nose bunched up about their glasses, and a generous tract of upper lip beneath. However, while Stephen King's eyes are stuck on squint, this person's peepers tend to look permanently dismayed. Their bags, their eyebrows, and even their glasses all seem to droop dejectedly. Furthermore, this person is hefty and bejowled with a slight underbite, very much the inverse of the mild overbite and not so mild emaciation of last episode's likeness. So all in all, while Stephen King looks something like a Dr. Seuss character come to life, today's subject much closer resembles a human version of Droopy Dog. Now who could this be? If you know who that was, let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, you might consider sharing it. If you didn't enjoy it, share it with somebody you don't like. This has been The Harry Gold Show. So until next time, stay safe, and God bless.